Okay, so in this video, I'm going to go through our implementation of processing events from the GitHub event API. So basically, this is the process we're going to be implementing. This is like a basic software development implementation of code process. So basically, the hold on. The event API that we're using is documented on this page. Basically, we're going to be using this GET request, which gets repository events. Basically, what we've done for this is we've implemented a Python script, which you can see here. The first half here will retrieve the events from GitHub, and the second half here will forward them to the stream processor. Yeah, so we've got our stream processor here. So basically, we've got our two sources from the Python script. It splits it into issues and events. The issues stream is then split into comments and actual issues. The events, we filter out pull request events. And these two sources are messages sent from Camunda, which we basically use to identify the process. So we need the process ID for when we're sending messages to the process from the stream processor. And that's what's happening here. We're merging the GitHub events with the Camunda events in order to ensure that the issue that we're currently working with is the same throughout the specific process instance. And then finally we have a message stream which will send messages to Camunda. Right, I can just start this up now. So basically it'll start up. And finally we need to deploy a diagram. We'll call it GitHub events. Let's deploy that. And then we've got our Python script, which will start. And basically it's going to start pulling GitHub and it'll post all the events. The way it works is it'll keep doing this until there are no new events. Each time it polls, it will only receive the events if there are any new events, but it will always get all events, so we have to filter out events that we've already processed. So we'll leave that running over here. So we've got the stream processor running, we've got the Python running, we've deployed our Camunda application. Let's just check. There it is. We've got 3 pulls. So basically we go to the task list. Let's just start a process. So basically the first process starts with the tester. The tester needs to submit an issue after it's been found. So we see here, issue found, submit issue. So we'll claim this and we'll, if we go to the GitHub repository, see there's an issue called new test. So we can, we want the name of the issues to be the same in GitHub as in Camunda, because that's the way that they are correlated. So we'll call this new test, complete that, and we'll see we get a new event, which is the implement code event, which we see down here. So when we submitted the issue, it sent a message to the developer to begin implementing code. So let's just claim this and complete it. Additionally, a lot of the tasks have been set up as user tasks simply to stop the Camunda so you can see what's, so we can follow along and see what's happening, even though, as you saw in the previous task, there wasn't actually anything to do, and a lot of them are sort of just questions like this, issue resolved. So basically some code's been implemented, This is just asking, did the implementation resolve the issue? So to begin with, we'll just say, yes, the issue has been resolved, and we'll complete it. We get a new task, create merge request. We want to merge the new implementation into the existing code base. We'll say there are no code merge conflicts, and we'll give it the pull request number 5 because we have a completed pull request in here. So number 5, and the number is what when working with pull requests, the number is what will be used to correlate it to the Camunda pull request given here. So as we see on the diagram, we're in the create merge request. So now we're going to go request a review once we complete this. Let's go. So now we're down in the reviewer pool, as we see here. Basically, we're just going to review the code. Just say yes, code's been reviewed. It was pull request number 5. We'll complete this. Now we're back up in the developer, and he's received the feedback, and now we need to read the review. And the important part here is whether or not the reviewer was satisfied. So basically, we expect the reviewer to leave comments about the code and let the developer know if any changes need to be made. So for this example, we'll just say that the reviewer was satisfied, which means that we're allowed to push the code to the code base, which is the final task. And once we've done this, the process is done. We completed it, we fixed an issue, and that's it. I'll just start a new process here. We have the tester. We'll use the same issue, new test. Basically what we're going to look at here is if we implement some code, what happens if the issue wasn't resolved. Then we need to implement some more code until the issue finally is resolved. Let's say the issue was resolved. Now if we create a merge request, what if there are conflicts? So we'll complete this. We need to handle these conflicts. That could be done in a variety of ways. So let's claim this and complete it. And then once we've handled the merge conflicts, we'll need to commit the merge to the base. Let's say there are. But let's say that in merging code into our local code, which had the solution for the issue, that invalidated the solution we originally planned, which means the issue is no longer resolved. So we'll have to complete this, and then we need to implement some more code. So basically, if we show it on the diagram, let's say we handled the merge conflict, we committed the code, but basically that meant the issue wasn't resolved anymore. So we have to go back and implement some more code. We then commit the code, and then we can continue the flow from there. So we'll implement some more code. We'll commit it, and let's say we fix the issue. We'll create a merge request. Let's say there are no longer merge conflicts. It's pull request number 5. So now we're going to review it. We'll review pull request number 5. Now we'll read the review, and let's say the reviewer isn't satisfied. So if the reviewer isn't satisfied, we need to make corrections, obviously. And once we've made these corrections, we'll send a new request to make corrections. We'll send a new review request to the reviewer. This could probably also have been sent all the way back to implement code, but normally you wouldn't create a new merge request. The corrections would be added to the existing merge request, which is why it's been made its own task here. So yeah, basically, code's been reviewed. Read the review. Let's say we're satisfied, and now we're back to the end where we can push our code and complete the task.